to the Wind Sustainability Series. This is episode number 7, Descent. In this video, I'm going to talk about what you can do as a pilot to reduce fuel consumption and CO2 emissions during the descent preparation and descent phases. Remember, even small initiatives are big when it comes to reducing emissions. I will focus on the different options for land and runway optimization, for landing configuration, and for the descent profile and speed. First of all, during the descent preparation, if the landing conditions and performance permit, the flight crew can request the ATC to land at the runway that minimizes the time for approach or taxi, or both approach and taxi. Just like for takeoff, during landing, this can save both taxi time and flight time. Now, what can you do during the descent preparation? For the descent, the flight crew should keep clean configuration and optimize the configuration management for the approach. I explain with more detail the landing configuration in the Wind video episode number 8, dedicated to the approach phase. As you will see there, during the descent preparation, the flight crew can prepare the approach and landing configuration with the best combination to save fuel and reduce CO2 emissions. They can even define the planned exit runway. Now, let's talk about the descent profile and speed. The managed descent speed computed by the FMS provides the most economic descent profile. Unless restricted by the ATC, the flight crew should use the managed speed during descent in order to fly at the optimum econ speed. For values related to the fuel benefit with the optimum speed, you may also refer to the Wind video episode number 6, dedicated to the cruise phase. As you know, the vertical profile for the descent is computed by the FMS backwards from the threshold, using the weight, the entered cost index, and the performance of the aircraft from the performance database. On the traditional FMS calculations, the managed descent is very conservative, not steep enough, and with a lot of margins. But we can reduce these margins to optimize the descent profile, for example, with an accurate wind insertion on the FMS. Airbus developed different initiatives to optimize the vertical profile computation, such as the descent profile optimization and the continuous descent approach. Thanks to these initiatives, you can reduce 126 kilograms of CO2 and you will save 40 kilograms of fuel per approach in an A320ceo. For all the details of these initiatives, you may refer to the Wind video Energy Management in Descent. Finally, the flight crew should keep in mind that the use of anti-ice increases the fuel consumption and associated CO2 emissions. For example, during descent from 10,000 to 1,500 feet, an A350 will save between 80 and 95 kilograms of CO2 if the wing and engine anti-ice are not used, and between 120 and 140 kilograms for an A330neo. For this reason, anti-ice must be used only when necessary, without compromising safety, of course. To conclude, during this video, we have seen that fuel savings and reduction of CO2 emissions are possible. To obtain the best aircraft efficiency, you should: firstly, select the most appropriate landing runway. Secondly, select CON3 with rev idle and auto brake in low or VTB function depending on the aircraft family. Thirdly, follow economic speed. And finally, consider not using the anti-ice. Thank you for watching this episode of the Wind Sustainability Series. Stay tuned for more on how to reduce fuel consumption and CO2 emissions during the other phases of the flight.